Hey creatives, Robert's over here. I want to share with you a concept in photography that could turn any photo from a snapshot into a compelling image. Composition is the unspoken words that help the viewer see, understand, and appreciate a photo. In actuality, composition goes way back in art history in general, not just in photography. Today, I want to share with you not only what is photography composition, but why it's important for any portrait photographer to understand how to apply the rules of composition. Composition is the creative arrangement of the elements in the frame of a photo. It's everything when it comes to a photograph. Oftentimes, the technical side of an image is pretty easy to learn. So the one thing that separates a great image from one that is less than interesting is going to be composition. To have a better understanding of the importance of composition in photography, you should try applying some of the basic compositional rules in your next photo shoot. I'm going to share with you 5 of the most commonly used principles, but there are many more. I'd recommend you searching photography composition on Google for more rules to try out, but here are a few to get you started. The most basic of all photography compositional rules, the rule of thirds, is all about dividing your shot into 9 equal sections by a set of vertical and horizontal lines. With the imaginary frame in place, you should place the most important elements in your shot on one of the lines or where the lines meet. It's a technique that works well for portraits, as you can position the horizon on or near one of the horizontal lines that sits in the lower portion of your frame, while your subject can be placed on one of the 2 vertical lines. Framing has various uses when it comes to composition. They can isolate your subject, draw the eye directly to it, they can hide unwanted items behind it, give image depth, and help create context. Your frame can be man-made like bridges, doorways, and fences. Framing can be found in nature like tree branches, tree trunks, or framing can even be human like arms clasped around the face. If your shot is in danger of losing impact due to a busy background and surroundings, crop in tight around your main point of focus, eliminating the background so all the attention falls on your main subject. This works particularly well with portraits when you're trying to capture something more intimate and focused, or shooting in a busy location where what's around them would just cause a distraction. Filling the frame can involve you capturing them from the waist up, or for more impact, fill the frame with just their face. As long as your subject takes up more than 70% of the frame in your image, you're doing it right. Our eyes are unconsciously drawn along lines in images, so by thinking about how, where, and why you place lines in your image will change the way your audience views it. A road, for example, starting at one end of the shot and winding its way to the far end will pull the viewer's eyes through the scene. You can position various focal points along your line, or just have one main area focused at the end of your line that the eye will settle on. I especially like using leading lines when I want to include more of the environment that my subject is in, but still make sure that the focus remains on my subject regardless of how busy the location is. Having too much going on in your frame can mean the person who's looking at it just keeps searching for a point of focus and soon gets bored of looking for what they can't find. This doesn't mean you can't have a secondary point of focus. It just means you should make every effort to make sure that they don't steal all the limelight. A great way to direct the viewer's eye to exactly where you want them to look at, like the subject of your frame, is to use depth of field, also known as selective focus. To achieve selective focus, ensure that your main subject is sharply in focus with a narrow depth of field. The blurry background contrasts with the in-focus subject, so the subject holds your attention. This means capturing a portrait with the widest aperture your lens allows will help you to get the results you want. Not every rule applies to every scene, so knowing a variety of compositional techniques gives you more to work with. Also, you want a variety in your photography. So the more you know about photography composition, the more varied and interesting your photography will be. Using several photography compositional techniques together in an image strengthens the composition overall. Most images we see use more than one rule. Some compositional techniques contradict each other, but knowing the rules of composition means that you know when to use which technique and which combinations of techniques work best together. Whether you capture portraits, beauty, fashion, street, or landscape photography, composition is king. You do not need a high-end camera or expensive lenses or even have master photography to use them. Soon as you begin to apply some of the compositional techniques, you and your viewers will immediately notice a big difference in your photos. I hope this video helped you out in any way. If you like this video and you would like to see more, please hit that like, share, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon to get notifications of upcoming videos. I'm Robert Silver, and until next time, keep shooting and stay creative.